from the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Sawyer Wells.
Well, as mentioned before, it was a cool day here across eastern Oklahoma. Temperatures were in the mid-60s, a few upper 60s back to the north and to the west of Tulsa. See where kind of the majority of the cloud cover was, basically in south central Missouri and northwestern Arkansas. And then on off to the eastern seaboard, temperatures well and up into the 80s, near 90 degrees up in Boston. So that cold front still slowly making its way to the southeast, but it's weakening as it does so. So they're not going to fall down to the 60s across a good portion of the southeast. They're just dealing with showers and storms right now. We've had several storms, severe storms going basically just to the south of Atlanta, over to eastern Georgia. And then today, all the hard freeze warnings or the freeze warnings and the frost advisories are on up near the Great Lakes. Finally, our friends out in the Rockies can get a break from, well, the snow that they've had. Back here in downtown Tulsa, again, a beautiful day. The Ironman just finishing right outside of our front door. Of course, I think the athletes are now going, the ones that are finishing are now going on about 15 hours. I mean, that is just impressive, to say the least. And temperatures today, not too bad. We've been kind of fortunate. The past 2 years for the Ironman, temperatures overall have been pretty cool at the end of May, so that's kind of a nice addition to it. So right now, 59 degrees out at the airport. Winds are out of the east, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Dew points are in the mid-40s, so it's not muggy outside. Overall, just kind of a nice, almost like a fall day is kind of what it felt like outside with these northeasterly winds. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 50s right now. But as we go into tomorrow morning, we're going to expect to drop into the 40s. We'll keep some mid-50s down to the south. Again, cloud cover moving on in from the south with all of this moisture. Showers and storms start to form out in western Oklahoma. These are going to start to move on in during the afternoon hours for your Monday. We should get up into the mid to upper 60s, maybe some lower 70s across the southeast. Monday or tomorrow, we're not too concerned about the rain. It looks like it's going to be pretty spotty overall. It's not until we get to your Tuesday morning that we start to see kind of the main wave of energy push on in. Temperatures for your Tuesday morning will be near 60, but just notice we kind of get several rounds of showers, heavy rain, maybe a few embedded thunderstorms. Overall, we don't expect severe weather over the next several days because we are going to be so cool and the dynamics just really aren't there. Again, we don't ever rule it out, but the main threat that we are going to be watching out for is flash flooding because we're expected to pick up quite a bit of rain. And this will continue into your, basically your Wednesday morning before about 7 or 8 o'clock before it kind of moves on off to the east. Maybe a few scattered showers southeast of Tulsa during the Wednesday afternoon period, but overall most of the activity will be on off to our east. So you see the precipitation outlook over the next 9 days. Really your Tuesday, 100% chance of rain right now. That tapers off going into your Wednesday, and then there's a couple more chances later on next week, but we still have a ways to go for that one. And I mentioned the rainfall potential. We're just going to kind of generalize this and say you could pick up 1 to 3 inches of rain anywhere across eastern Oklahoma. Localized heavier amounts than that. Again, that's over the span of about 24 to 36 hours with the heaviest bands, so that's why we're going to be concerned about flash flooding. And it's all due in part to this guy up here to the northwest. We'll talk more about him, though, coming up in the next half hour. Your 9-day planner, again, temperatures remaining in the 60s for tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be back up in the 70s for Thursday, and we hit the 80s going into next weekend. There's your 9-day planner. We will be right back.